Oh, wait. Can't say that on the radio, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Talk to me. So, you know what's interesting? We played your song on the radio, right? And I was like, Maroon 5 has to be coming out with some new music.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
Album coming in about a month. Tour in the fall. I think the album is going to surprise people, but not in a bad way, in a good way. It's really different. A lot of different textures and things and ideas, and kind of like a soul record in a lot of ways, kind of more close to what we used to do back in the day. Less pop, a little bit. I don't really know if that's true. That's just what it feels like to me.
Right.
What is pop anyway? I don't even know what it means anymore.
It constantly starts to change. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now. Like, you listen to Kiss right now, and it just like sounds like a hodgepodge of good songs, if that makes sense.
That's what I've always thought. And so when I say pop, I mean like traditionally not pop, like a pop song, a sweet, sticky thing like that. Although, Priceless is kind of pretty sticky, so I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the hell pop is anymore.
I mean, good music is good music.
That's what I've always said.
Can we agree to that?
I don't agree in genre. I don't believe in genres. I love good music is good music.
Do you ever get in your head about, like, so you said the new album's coming. Some people may like it. Some people may love it.
Yeah.
Do you ever get in your head about that? Like, how people will perceive the record or the song or the album?
I'm always curious about it. I'm particularly curious with this album because a lot more of it's riding on me. We really took it back, all the songwriting, and, it comes very, very purely from us this time. So yeah, like I'm a little nervous. I'm a little insecure about it because, man, I'm like, I like it. It's definitely the purest statement the band has made in a long time. But at the same time, I love it. So that's the most important thing. I have to love it first and foremost. If I don't love it, then I feel like there's no chance of everybody else loving it.
You know what's interesting? You being a veteran in this game. You know what I'm saying? You got some reps.
Been doing this a long time, dude.
You've been doing this.
Man.
It's crazy to hear that you still feel that feeling before putting something out.
Yeah. I think that there will be a time when I am so much older that I'm be like come into these places and be like, weird that I'm still doing this, but I'm not there yet. I still feel I'm lucky to feel like there's still some kind of relevance, or I still feel young enough to come and feel like I can still be part of the conversation and put out music that people will actually play on the radio. Like, that's a blessing, to have doing it this long and still be able to feel like that is rare. Yeah, I think, right? Because I could come in and I could make people take my phone calls and come in based on the past, but like I'm gonna know when it starts to feel weird. Yeah, it doesn't feel weird yet.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
That's you want to know why? Because you're still supposed to be doing it.
Maybe,
in my opinion.
Sure.
I feel like if it starts to feel weird or if it starts to feel like work, then it's like, all right, is it time to like do something else, like take a painting or something like that, or just
stop? Like I've always been. I've said this a million times because when you're young, they interview you and they ask you, hey, are you going to still be doing this when you're older? And I feel like I will always have said, like, when it feels weird or wrong, I won't do it. I won't do it. It still feels good.
What would you think you would be doing?
I don't know, man. Not much.
Really?
This is all I'm really good at, I think.
Just singing? Performing?
Yeah, this is what I do.
You don't like paint or anything like that?
I'm not a painter. You don't want to see my paintings are not good.
What's Adam's hobbies? Let's talk about that.
Not painting. I ride a bike.
Maybe you can be like a professional cycler or something like that.
No, I'm not a cyclist.
Jesus Christ.
I like fitness. I like, I'm kind of getting obsessed with, actually. There's this new, like, remember those CrossFit?
Yeah.
I don't CrossFit. I don't want to get hurt, but there's a new thing called High Rocks. You heard about this? High Rocks is like the new fitness craze. Now people are getting together in these crazy competitions of people.
Is it almost like berries?
I could maybe do that.
Ooh.
I could maybe do that. It's kind of like that. It's like a endurance strength training, like marathon type of event where it's kind of like it's like a CrossFit event where there's lots of different people and age groups and all that stuff. I could do that. I think I'm gonna go into the 40 whatever year old bracket or whatever that my age group is. I'm gonna go win one of those. That's my hobby.
I got it.
Yeah.
Fitness instructor.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that all day long. I'm gonna come certified.
Yes, and I'm gonna come take the class.
I'm gonna get my whole
and then die at the end of it because I feel like it's gonna be probably intense.
I do like fitness. I mean, that's kind of nerdy, but like I love it.
No, I mean I feel like you have to. Fitness definitely works hand in hand with performing and also feeling your best. I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Well, I wanted to be an athlete growing up, so when I realized I wasn't happening, and I got into music, I kind of applied my competitive spirit to the business I chose. And so I like to be ready, and I like to be in shape, and I like to go on stage and not be huffing and puffing and stuff like that. So fitness is a massive part of it, especially getting a little bit older. Right?
Can you explain to me? So I've never been on stage performing, right? How does that feeling feel when you're about to go out there and do your thing?
It's the best.
Right.
It used to be scarier. It kind of ebbs and flows. Like you start off and you're so young, you don't even know what's happening, so you don't think about it. And then I think once you make it, I think that's when I got nervous. I was like, shit, he made it. Like there was expectation. And then now I just purely love it because I just feel lucky to still be able to do it like this way, this long into my career. So at this point, it's my most favorite. Thank God. I love what I do.
A lot of people say that it's like a drug.
Yeah, yeah, maybe a little bit. I think I really, really appreciate and love it, but at the same time, yeah, it is kind of like a drug, but it's like a drug I can live without because there's other things that are more important in my life than that. A lot of other things, but I love what I do, so I will always do my best, and that's all I can ever promise anybody, right?
Yeah. What is your favorite thing about performing?
Just people loving the music, like people giving the energy you're putting out back to you. That's the best thing about performing.
I always say that it has to be a trippy feeling when you're just up on stage doing your thing, and the people are singing the song back at you. You know what I'm saying?
That's the coolest thing in the world.
Right.
I wrote that. I made that happen. That didn't exist, and then I thought about it, and I made it, and then I'm now singing it, and you're singing it back to me. And it's even more trippy when you're in a country that doesn't speak the same language as you, and they're singing the words back to you. And then you're something even more powerful about that, because then you think to yourself, wow, this literally connects us to these people I've never met in my life and probably never will, but I'm seeing them now face to face, and that's pretty powerful.
This is going to sound crazy, but it low-key would make me emotional.
It does.
Absolutely,
it does. And I will say, the drug analogy isn't as good as it's just it moves you, right? So it makes you feel things like that. That's what I love about it the most. So it's something I could, if I had to live without, I could. I can't live without my family. I can't live without the things that matter most. But the second coolest thing is being able to have those experiences that make you feel all these different kind of feelings.
Can I tell you something? I feel like people will always remember how you made them feel. You may not remember their name.
Sure.
You may not remember little details about their life.
Yeah.
But they will always remember how you made them feel in a moment at a
sure.
live concert. You know what
I'm saying? Of course. And that's the hope, always.
Yeah.
And they always deserve my best.
Mm-hmm.
That's important to me. I give them everything.
What if it's one of those days? Because I feel like we all have one of those days on the job where we're just not feeling it. How do you push through and get through that?
I used to be a lot worse at that. Because I think if you're an artist, you have to be honest with yourself and realize that you're not going to want to do that every day. And I wasn't I'm not a machine, right? So I feel things, and I have off days, and I have days when I don't want to go out there. Now I've kind of figured out how to approach it where if I got no choice. I'm got to go do this. I have this obligation that I have. But rather than, if I'm having a bad day, rather than not enjoy myself and not do my best and not give my all, I'll probably take the opportunity to say, okay, well, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fix my day by giving this to everybody, and I'm gonna find a lot of joy in that. And so I'm gonna fix my day right now on stage, rather than let my day or what's happening or what's bothering me or what's leading me to not want to get up there. I don't want it to. I'm not bringing it up there with me. But that takes I think that takes that's some
mindset.
Jedi, some Jedi shit, right? You gotta you gotta really get. That's a hard place to get to, because when I was young, I could be a punk sometimes. When I was
right.
So that takes a lot of balance and a lot of experience, I think.
So how did you get with Lisa on Priceless?
Literally my first and only choice for the song. I just thought, man, she'd be killer on this tune. She has a sweetness to her, and the song has a sweetness to it, and it needed a female voice, and it needed a female perspective. And she was just, I was like, yo, this is it. This is the person for this tune. It wasn't like we thought about a million different people. And it was she loved the song, and next thing we knew, it was done. It was super easy.
So for people that are under a rock, have not heard the song, please tell us about it.
Priceless was just a little ditty I wrote on guitar in my house, singing about my lady. I love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
And now it turned into this song. And by the way, that's the best songs always start off, I think, in like an intimate state like that, and then morph into these things. And that's was really honest and pure and simple. I was writing words down about B, and now here we are.
I always love asking that question because I feel like songwriters have different headspaces whenever they are writing said song or whatever song. Like some people are just like, oh, well, I had to finish the song and put it out, and it like blew up. And then, you talk to someone who said that the song came from like a more genuine place. So it's really interesting to see where songs start and where they end. You know what I mean?
And most of them don't start like that. Like I think a lot of the songs, especially on this album, just completely just free flowing thoughts, feelings, ideas, concept I just threw out there, and I didn't think much about it, and I couldn't even tell you what a lot of it's about. But this one really specifically was about that. So it's nice. It's nice when they have specific meanings, and the intention was there from the start. But it doesn't always have to be like that.
Are you someone that's like constantly speaking in your voice note, or maybe it hits you 3 o'clock in the morning when you're asleep?
Bro, like this morning, it's funny you say that. This morning, I was writing an idea, and I mean, if I could play you guys how stupid it is.
I'm all ears.
I'm in my closet. I'm trying not to wake everybody up. I'm like, it like, I think it took me like, I was half asleep, like you said. It was like 6 a.m. this morning.
Right.
And it's so bad. No one's ever going to hear it. But yes, I'm a voice note fiend. If anyone ever finds the bank vault of thousands of voice notes that I have written over the last since voice notes came out, since they came out with that voice note app, it would be so embarrassing.
Do you ever go back to the voice note? Like you say, which I don't believe, like you say that this song's terrible, right? Like you ever go back to the voice note and be like, I can work with this? Straight up. No?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. Well, so I have 743 voice notes. Look, 743.
Shut up.
Half of them are like 8 seconds long. Okay, here it is.
Yes.
So this is the first thing that I did. Was it? So that's on the record. So we just use this. I think it's just this over and over again, maybe. So that's just that. Yeah, that's just that over and over again. And then, yeah.
So, January 2024, right?
Yep.
And it's interesting the process of that because it essentially just came out. So you put that in voice note.
So that was done like a long time ago.
And
then I took the voice note to the studio, and then put that up on the thing, and then I just started playing drums, and Sam started playing bass, and we called Lisa.
And the rest is history. The rest is history.
Yeah.
So you're going to be at our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Yes, sir.
This year. How does that feel? What can people expect? Give us the tea.
We're telling you, like, we're in a good space right now. Like, I think that we're putting on the best shows we ever put on, and we're just ready. I don't know. Like, we've been doing it for a long time, so we just only getting better and better at it. We just came off this Vegas residency, which was incredible.
Yeah.
We're a finely oiled machine. We're ready to go.
Gonna do your thing.
Kick some.
Absolutely. We're gonna have a good time in Vegas.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Right on. Good to see you.
I appreciate that.
Good to talk to you.
Pleasure.